All right, 12 Observation Place, Oakland Hills is for sale. This is actually my first sort of almost promotional video in a sense, with a twist, because I'm going to criticize this place a lot. But it's still, let me just start off by saying that the location is really good because there's actually a fair amount of privacy, and it's really close to the parks, which are literally like, I think, a quarter mile that way. Like, you could walk there, except there's no sidewalk. But so see, as you go down to your central drive, you can still see your neighbor's window, but you could very easily put up even just a 5-foot fence, and you're gonna have privacy. So this whole area down here would be private, 96% private. There are some houses through those trees, but I mean, you can barely see them from here. It's fairly dense eucalyptus. So that's really the strong suit of this property, is that it is a relatively large property for the Oakland Hills. I don't know how far the property goes, and it's all unmaintained down there, but you know, it probably goes a little ways. So this is like, it's probably around an acre. I guess it's your Spanish generic Southern European villa vibe. All right, now I'm going to criticize the crap out of this place, but what I'm actually going to do is actually be a helpful designer, in that for somebody, I'm going to tell you what I think easy changes could be made to this place to make it like twice as cool, like really awesome. And like for interior, for design-minded, landscape, interior, whatever, design-minded folks, it's going to be fairly obvious what I'm saying, I suppose. But so let me just give you a quick ideas, some quick ideas. Well, obviously, I mean, this is just unacceptable. You're selling this place for, it's got to be at least 2.5 million, and this looks like shite. So just please fix that. And this down here too. Like, what are you doing, guys? Like, it's already open on Sunday and you haven't even fixed it. Look at this crap. Look at this crap. It's like, give me a price reduction if you're going to sell it like this, because I'm going to have to clean this crap up after I buy it. You know what I mean? So there's that stuff. There's some exposed piping behind there. The backside doesn't look great. I mean, it's fine, but it's just not great architecture. Now, it's okay as long as it's good quality, because see, you can do modifications to make it actually have more soul. So this, you know, the castle turret, whatever, I mean, I would probably just say extend it in height, just with a sort of a fencing that makes it look like it's just taller. And just do something cool with it, like sculpturally, you know, just something up there. Get some really awesome metalworking artist type folk, whatever, do some stuff. All right, this, really not feeling the bars. It's like, just push them out, please, and then do garden beds with flowers and stuff. And then, you know, that one's okay. The windows don't look great, I gotta say. It's like, they just like chiseled out the clay and then installed the window. Like, can we get some framing of windows going here? So let's do that, you know, with just somebody really good that has a great idea for what would look really awesome framing these windows. And also the white windows, no. Totally not okay. Absolutely unacceptable. What we want is, we want this to look like stone. We want the whole building to look like actual stone. That means it's going to either be, you know, some earth tone, so it's going to be a yellowish, orangish, reddish, brownish, whatever. Hell, mix it up. Make it orange fading into orange, fading up into a brighter orange, into an almost yellowish amber, you know, amber down here, you know, fading up, or brownish down into amber, into yellow, whatever. I mean, I want the whole thing looking like stone, but not in a fake way. You see this? Do you see this actual rust on that? That's actually pretty good. That's like what I'm talking about. Like if the whole thing was that color, with that kind of natural fading type thing, that would be very cool. So, you know, the circular, the arching windows is cool. Appreciate that. We need to accentuate that further. And I'm a little, you know, just mildly concerned with the wood here, because I'm not sure it's not feeling quite as solid. It feels solid, but it doesn't look like it. I don't know. It's almost it looks too smooth. So we need to, what we need to do is age things here. So we need to age that wood. You know, kind of blast it, stain it, do some different interesting things with it, aging wise, for the visual effect. I'd like it to be a bit more golden-ish, sort of like there's a golden energy coming out of it, but it's still overall dark brown, so that energy is being stored inside. It's keeping it in, because you want to keep your home energies safe from the outside, you know, type thing. You don't, the feng shui, whatever. I call it feng shui because feng shui is my own thing that I do. That's not actually feng shui. Okay. So, I mean, all of that is not going to be that expensive. If you're spending 2.5 mil, or this is probably 3.5 million, upwards of 4.2, I would guess, because it's pretty big. It goes all the way to the other side. It's got mad views and all that. Okay, the landscaping here is really, really problematic. I don't understand this. This is like, hey, let's just throw some plants in. So, and you know, the staging doesn't matter. This is staged for the open house. It's fine, but I mean, you know, they shouldn't have used this furniture, because this is like coastal California beach house furniture for like a Spanish villa in the hills. It just doesn't make any sense. No offense to the stagers. Can we get some native plants in here? Can we get some tall plants in here? What's with the excessive mulch everywhere? I'm fine with mulch. I will give them props that they used a small mulch, because if they hadn't used a small, that's like a quarter inch mulch, which is, you know, go as small as you can. That's actually the one I recommend. Eighth is, I think if I recall correctly, it's almost too small. All right, so yeah, so there's, you know, the house goes way down, way farther. There's like 2 more stories below, you know, and then there's the view is over there. So don't worry, it's a big ass house. It's like there's nothing particularly wrong with this architecture. It's just that they just didn't put that much effort into it. So, you know, let's really make it into this sort of you know, look into exactly what I'm talking about, like medieval or just very old Spanish and Italian and such, Portuguese, etc. Houses, castles, mansions, whatever, and just really look at that. Look at the materials, look at the textures. How are you going to get that vibe going here in an authentic way that's not trying to fake it? You're not trying to trick anybody. It's art. It's artistic. It's expressive. You're supposed to look at the house and you're supposed to know, like at first you might think, oh, it's really old. Wow, that's so cool. And you're like, wait, no, it's not. Oh my gosh, this is just like artistic. But you're not trying to trick anybody. Again, if you just have more fencing over there, you know, then bicyclists and cars, not an issue. Not really much of an issue anyways. It's a fairly it's a windy road right there. It's not that windy. So basically they could look at you if you're like naked out here or something, because it's not that windy right there. If it was really curvy right there, then they would have to keep eyes on the road at all times type thing. But anyways, this is just demanding for it to be a creek, you know. I mean, this has to be a creek.